can't even do the nasty anymore. I think I have another prediction right about Violet's first two loves. It's finally getting good. This is finally getting good, bro. Finally. It took 17 chapters. What do you mean there's a place with a whole bunch of silver-haired people? What if she's adopted, bro?
Mom.
I knew it!
An excerpt from...
Oh my god!
We don't have forks.
They played me too.
Zayn enraged, but not suffering the loss of his rider, from what I can tell. He just set part of the forest up.
The loss of his rider?
Sorendale.
Are you kidding me? Redux too? This is why do you put so much information in a book? Then we start forgetting the details. What's up, everybody? I know I haven't been around in quite some time, but it's because I came back from Mexico and I had to get back into work and all of that shebang. But this morning, it's January 21st. I had pre-ordered Onyx Storm, and today I was the first one. I was there before the doors opened. I was the first to buy it. The cashier was like, "You're the first one." I was like, so I have the book. And I wanted to do like a reaction video, okay? So I'm in chapter 2, and all I have to say is one of my predictions was correct. If you don't want spoilers, don't watch this video, but I knew the scribes had something to do with it. The scribe's hood falls back, revealing red-rimmed eyes. I freaking knew it! Okay, let me keep reading. I'm in chapter 3, I think. Yeah, it's more spicy than it was before. I didn't think we were gonna get spicy this soon. But, wow, compared to the other two books.
My mouth curves. This is a totally solvable problem. In fact, I think you just did us a favor. I take a single step toward the bed, and his head snaps in my direction. Nothing bad happened, Zayden. You just had your hands all over me, inside me, and I'm perfectly fine. Give me 2 seconds to crawl across this bed, and you'll be gloriously fine, too. His eyes slide shut, and he gestures to the headboard. Not fine. My gaze narrows on the dark wood, and I have to lean in a little to finally see 2 faint marks of discoloration, barely a shade lighter than the original stain, right where his thumbs had been. I cover my stomach with my hand, like that can keep it from sinking. Did he just channel? An excerpt from Sharpen the Talon.
Wait. Did Zayden just steal Violet's power? Did he just channel? I cover my stomach with my... Okay. My gaze narrows in the dark wood, and I have to lean in a little to finally see 2 faint marks of discoloration, barely a shade lighter than the original stain, right where his thumbs had been. Oh my god! They can't even do the nasty anymore! Oh, that is so sad. Zayden, I'm so sorry, papas. Oh. I have to be honest, if it wasn't for the audiobook, I don't know if I could continue reading. Like, I know it's information that is needed, but usually, like, for example, with Fourth Wing, I couldn't put it down. And this one, every time I finish a chapter, I'm like, okay, put it down. Or I'm counting to see how many pages I have left on the chapter. OMG. Halden. Ah! I think Halden is there. And let's see if the theory that Halden was Violet's previous lover is true. Okay. Where do I put you?
Your secret is still safe, by the way, Llewellyn says to Arik. Though you might consider putting your father out of his misery. He has half his personal guard searching for you. Aww. Shows you how effective they are, don't you think? Arik grimaces sarcastically. Yeah. We heard. Brennan offers me a flash of a proud smile. She'd be a great politician, Arik continues. Or a general, maybe? Definitely nobility. By that speech, at least a duchess. Zayden shifts his weight. Lieutenant Ryerson. Halden. Arik guesses, his emerald green eyes narrowing slightly in speculation toward my brother. Halden's going with her, isn't he? My jaw unhinges, then snaps shut at the apology filling Brennan's eyes. No fucking way. I shake my head. You cannot be serious. I refuse to...
There's something there!
You're serious, Arik says without looking in my direction. Or Emil would accept a Sorendale without question. So if you need a royal capable of speaking for Navarre, They must think you're headed to the Isle Kingdoms or northward. He tilts his head, studying the older riders. That about cover it? Terran muses slowly, and I swear I can feel his non-existent eyebrows rise. So we kill him if he makes her uncomfortable, Andarna suggests. Problem solved. You cannot kill the heir to the throne. Even though I've been tempted myself a time or two. You really are the wisest of them, aren't you? Llewellyn huffs a sardonic laugh. Our kingdom would have benefited from you being the firstborn.
What's up? Ignore the mess. It's 5:48. And I woke up, and since I'm going to the office around 8, I was like, I'm gonna pick up my book. And so anyway, I'm on chapter 10. And as we know, there's like a silver-haired Venin. And I'm like, okay, there is Venin in Violet. I think we've all had that theory. And then when Terran is down and Garrett comes around, they see that the silver Venin yielded lightning. And we also know that the other person that channels from the sky is one of the 3 siblings. Can't remember if that was in Fourth Wing or Iron Flame. So I'm wondering if this lightning wielder is one of the first 3 siblings, that they were still around. I don't know, just something to consider. Because then, okay, let's see what happens next. Let's see what happens next.
Though I must say, I'm disappointed you were so easily lured from your wards. She tisks at me. Shame the girl's family raised weapons at me. Or they might have lived. She shoots a warning glance at Garrick.
No, they're dead.
Girl's family. My hands curl into fists. You killed Marin's family?
Oh.
Commanding General.
I did not brush my hair last night after I showered. I think the silver person is one of the first 3 because she says, sometimes I forget just how short mortal memory can be. And then Violet's thinking mortal as opposed to what? Immortal? Yeah, and then there's a fucking Kier, bro. She's a Kier, my love. Andrena's that bitch, you know? Alright, look. I had thought about this before on Fourth Wing with Liam because the kids from the rebellion have second signets because of the rebellion mark. So right now, it's like Garrick, Violet, and the silver lady just left. I can't remember her name. And she said, she called you a walker. Violet thinks, he traveled 1,000 miles in minutes. And there's always one way I've read about to accomplish that, but no one has been done that in centuries. Garrett wipes his back of his hand across his temple, and it comes away bloody. Yeah, you have a second signet, don't you? Yes, that's what yes. In Fourth Wing, we knew that Liam had Farsight, but then he started throwing eyes. So I think Xaden has another signet that we don't know just yet. And all the marked ones have 2. And Garrick is a walker, whatever that is. I guess crossing the distance. Yes, it's gonna get so fun! Dude, it's because Coda's behind it. Coda wants to protect everybody. I just know it. He was like, look, the kids of the rebellion know a bunch of stuff. They're our only chance to win this war. So here's a second signet. Here's a gift. Take it. Ah! Okay, proceed. I may be overseeing things, but Violet has been describing Xaden's words or the way he moves or the way he looks or the way he talks as icy. I don't think she had done that before, like in other books. Just a little observation. We're right! So yes, Xaden just confirmed that they have 2 signets. And that it's the dragons, obviously choosing them to do with like the signets. So, dude, dude, I swear they're so fucking smart. They know what they're doing. They know why they're doing it. And it has Coda written all over it. Our dragons came looking for us. They knew what they were doing. Giving you a better chance at survival? If you wax sentimental, more like building their own army. More signets equal more power. Okay, we have a different camera. I'm listening to the audiobook because, yeah. And Andarna, I think it's chapter 13, 12 or 13. And Andarna, Jasenia just said that the daughter of a scribe and a writer will have 2 signets. So that means she's gonna have 4. 4 signets. Violet's gonna have 4. The lightning, Andarna's, and the other 2. How powerful, bro. What the freak? Okay, let's keep on reading. Professor Ryerson, did he take the job just so that he could make himself be away from Violet? Professor Ryerson. That's so hard. I think my prediction is right. I think I have another prediction right about Violet's first two loves. Being one of them being Holden. Is it? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's him. He's here. Tea that's spilling. Oh my god. Holden cheated on Violet. Did I get that right? This is finally getting good. This is finally getting good, bro. Finally. It took 17 chapters. I hope there's a Zayden point of view on this, because this is gold. I need to know how the Wyvern know where they're gonna be. Is it because they can see things through Zayden, or there's someone who's spilling out the beans? Okay, I have gotten to the part on why I understand why Rebecca Yarros says that Mir Ball is Riddick's song. Me baby. Oh my god. Riddick can... his power. Oh, yeah, I cut myself. Can you imagine freezing someone's internal body, like, through the water that we have running? That's crazy. Okay, book pause. A guy that I went out on one date surprised me with a visit. Like, randomly he just showed up and I'm like, hi. It was so embarrassing because I was having a chip. I was like, oh. It's 4:30. I've been up for about 10 minutes because my cousin kept on texting. She's from Texas. She's awake now. So I was like, oh my god, it just like ding, 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 ding. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like, she's gonna have spoilers. But now she was like, chapter 17. I was like, thank god I already passed that. But now I can't sleep, so let's get back into it. I think I'm in chapter 22. So tired. Hey, so I'm at the last page of chapter 22. And they're at the beach, right? And Zayden is like, finally, peace. And then Violet thinks, and for a moment there, I seriously debate Tikaris' offer. That's why he took them there. That's why he made them come. Oh wait, no, they were coming here already. It's too early. They were already going there, right? On their own. Because I was like, maybe he's trying to get them to... Maybe he's trying to get Violet to get on that deal. What's up with all of these characters getting silver hair? Oh look, this one is silver instead of white. Why are all of a sudden appearing? What do silver-haired people have? Why is one of them good and the other one worked with Asher Soaringale? Now we know his name. I haven't read Agatar, but I've heard that that's an important detail to know. And if you don't know it, there's something down there. Okay, very quickly. They're meeting the lady something. And they're talking about how Asher Soaringale always said that Dane and Violet would end up together. Now she asks, how long ago did your dad die? And they say, oh, 3 years. When his heart failed. And I remember seeing on TikTok a theory that it's not that yes, the dad died because of heart failure, but he had lived also so long because Brennan as a healer was taking care of him. But after Brennan died, he couldn't take care of his dad anymore. So I wonder if we're gonna see a bit more about that and see how because if Brennan knew what he was doing for his dad and he just left him to die. Well, there's Nolan. Well, I don't know. Okay, let's keep reading. We're getting to the little sugar part. And my question is, obviously now there's no magic, so Zayden feels comfortable enough to take that step with Violet again because he doesn't fear he's gonna channel. But the question is that Venom can't endanger this isle, right? Or they can if wards are lifted there. Or can they bring magic with them? Like, they're probably not going to stay in this setting for a really long time, but I have that question. If someone has any clues of what it may be like, please put them down in the comments. I need to read them. Xaden and Violet just finished doing their little thing, and it just clicked to me. Because Violet is considering the offer, like, what if we just stay? Maybe Tiernan and Darna will be fine, and that way we can find the cure for you. And then he says she's in pain, like Sigil is in pain. All dragons are. Not that they'll admit it, but I don't think they can survive, or at least thrive the way they do at home, away from magic. It just hit me that that's why they couldn't communicate in the first place. Because at first I was like, oh, they have some sort of booby trap for them. But I was like, but then they kept on going. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not a booby trap, but it's because there's no magic. That's why they can't communicate with each other anymore. It took me a second. I'm so sorry. SOS. Does someone understand this excerpt? Because I don't. I highlighted everything because I thought it was important, but it's not getting in my brain. Maybe I have to read it again. Please pause and put in the comments what this means. I'd appreciate that. It's on chapter 26.
Wall of rustling palms to the left, over the scattered dead Deverelli guards and the panthers that happily investigate them. And across Xaden's chest, finding nothing but the same on the other side of the table. He's killed all dozen of them. Why is a matter for later. Violet. The plea in his whisper pulls me together faster than anything else could, and I jerk my head up. His eyes are tightly closed as he rubs the bridge of his nose. Come here, I say quietly, rising on my toes and cupping the side of his face, lifting my hands to his temples to shield him from view. Cortland's chair squeaks on the dais. Look at me. Zayden's eyes flash open. Red rims his irises and consumes the gold flecks I adore so very much. Do not move until I tell you.
I think that answers my question. Exactly. They have no magic. How did he do that?
As she holds Shira delicately between her front 4 teeth. The snarling
Get it, girl.
Outside, so
Why did she say that? Why did she say, so we can negotiate and we will give you the rarest treasure found anywhere in the world? Girl, if you don't uphold that, what if you're the rarest treasure? What if your kid with Xaden is the rarest treasure? You're gonna give it to Cortland? Girl, be smart. You have the mind of a scribe. Get it together. Okay, update. The rarest treasure is not... Ignore my hanging pants. The rarest treasure is not Violet. The rarest treasure is Andarna's eggshell. Surprise. My mind just... for nothing. Excuse me, what do you mean there's a place with a whole bunch of silver-haired people? Is that where she comes from? Is she descendant of that place? Or like... What? What is it? Is that where the other lady from that other town... Look, there's too many different places. From that other place that they had to go to get her dad's books from. I may be overthinking, but she's used the word hummingbird a few times, no? Like, why? Why?
Priestess brings her weathered gaze to
Xaden and Atos fighting as a team? Okay, Dane just got selected, so let's see how they actually fight. Let's see if they're good together. I still see us among your potential paths. Should you decide to take it, Dune will accept you. It is not too late to choose her. I want to know why every single isle wants dragons. Like, they don't want the magic. Like, they're like, magic this, magic that. Fire breather this, fire breather that. Then why do you want them? Do they want to finish them, or what's the deal? Also, that thing with the eggshell, I feel like it's not... I have this feeling, intuition, that it's going to be bad news. I feel like the eggshell has some sort of properties or something that is going to cause some... Well, maybe some trouble or some good. Maybe nothing, but only time will tell. Excuse me, what do you mean? Do not mistake a dragon's bond for fealty. If you expect a dragon to choose their rider over the well-being of their own kind, prepare for two things, disappointment and death. Do you think Sigil's gonna do that with Xaden if he's not... I mean, obviously he's gonna be saved, but... They're not even talking. I mean, a little bit, but... I feel like the ones that have been having issues too are like Artem, I could be pronouncing that wrong, and Riddick. But maybe not anymore. But like, why are they telling us that? Every time they put something here, this is foreshadowing. Rebecca! Rebecca! Wait, I forgot. I took a break before starting this chapter and I just remembered that they wanted dragons. So I could see why, if writers wanted to say, okay, fine, we'll trade you dragons, why dragons would be defending themselves. Absolutely. And in other cases as well. Like if they don't want to fight against Venin, or if they don't want to fight specific wars that they have nothing to do with, like why risk themselves for humans, you know, although they are in an alliance. Anyway, this woman wants to just train them. Your kind has let them become too headstrong, too arrogant. I'll show her what arrogant is. I will show her arrogance. Terran threatens. Okay, let's continue.
If you want to be a rider, the Quadrant accepts those who cross the parapet on July 15th. The ache in my ribs starts to throb as the adrenaline wears off. And the dragons choose their riders, not the other way around. Surely a queen is worthy. She was...
Oh.
Release lowers her hand. They're rather dedicated to protecting their own. And perhaps a dozen eggs aren't such a bad price for saving the rest of them. She leaves without another word, flanked by guards as she climbs the terraced seats to the gateway above. Dedicated. I look toward the temple, but there's not a blue robe inside.
I just realized that this is... I feel like I'm back in school. When someone is reading for the class and you're following, there's like popcorn reading, and then you say Angie, or Jose, or David. It's like your turn to read. Anyway, I'm just reading along. This is so much fun. Hold on a second. Violet asks Mira, when did my hair turn silver at the ends? And Mira says, turn? It grew in that way. Are you all right? What if Asher's not the dad? What if Scribe Sorendel isn't Violet's father? Or the other way around? She's adopted. What if she's adopted, bro? Can you imagine? What if Lilith and Asher, I'm pretty sure his name is Asher, I forgot already, adopted her to save her from something, or maybe they kidnapped her, or maybe they're taking care of her. Maybe she's like a princess or something, and like they're like, we'll take care of her for now. Then these people they just fought would have known. I forget their names. I forget the names now. Also very tame now. Never be the same now. Now I see where this is gonna go. Touch me and you'll never be alone. Island breeze, the lights down low. No one has to know. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't gotten there yet, but I think so. They're at this new isle called Herotis, I think, with the people with purple eyes. There are in all of the dragons, like these people are actually welcoming them in instead of like the other two places that they visited. These are like, oh, come on, I wanted to meet you. But the wife, so I think it's the wife or whoever his family is, because he says his household. Is this Xaden's mom? Is it Xaden's mom? Okay, because it says, I stopped it as soon as they said, I'm here, my love. She moves to his side, then quickly laces their fingers, blah, blah, blah. Her dark brown eyes settle on Xaden immediately, and they flare in blanchland, palpable shock. It has to be the mom!
Ferris asks. She studies Xaden with a desperate intensity that puts us firmly in awkward territory. And Xaden must feel the same, given that he's practically petrified into a piece of stone beside me. Oh, shit. Garrett's face drains of color. Xaden? Talia whispers, lifting her hands and quickly dropping it. Is it really you? My eyebrows hit my fucking hairline. Xaden reaches across me and wraps his hand over my hip like I need protection. Mom?
I knew it!
An excerpt from...
Oh my god! Are you gonna tell us why you left your son? Why you abandoned him? Why you gave him a little blankie and then fled? I'm so intrigued. What was it? Were you running away? Did you think it was safer for him? Or did you just not want to be around Fen Ryerson? Like... Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's proceed. Also, well, I was gonna ask, how do people get to all of these different isles if they don't fly but they have ships? Silly me. I forgot there was a contract. Still young when the contract expired. I never thought I'd get to see him again. Wait, was she supposed to leave? Because from what I remember from the contract is that I believe he has to be 10 years old. And that was it. It didn't say that she had to stay or leave, unless it was said that she could leave, but we didn't know.
Tears go, and he loves you too. His father never would have. She shakes her head, and her hair rustles against the back of her gown.
There's two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. Again, wait. They don't love you like I love you. This might not be important, but Rebecca keeps on using the words frozen, icy, to describe certain things that Xaden does. Is this because he's gonna become cold? No warm-hearted? Only for Xaden. Only for him. On another note, we're past half the book. We're past half of the book. I don't know. And I'm glad that Rebecca did not pull a new moon on us. Thank God. I wouldn't. I'm glad that they're trying to figure it out together. That they're putting their minds together, trying to fix the situation, trying to get him his cure. And he didn't run away like freaking Edward Cullen. Like, bro, man up. I thought I was gonna like these people, but apparently they're just other douchebags, and they're about to have dinner, and they're mentioning chocolate. If they give Xaden a freaking chocolate cake, let's see.
Though I'm not sure I'm feeling up for sweets tonight. Me either. Rosalind agrees, holding her stomach. What kind of information? Ferris prompts me, his smile sharpening.
No sweets!
A weapon to destroy them, perhaps? She already is one. Xaden remarks as the door opens, and Ferris's eyes narrow on me slightly. Servers stream in, then place our dishes on the table in front of us. Oh shit. A silver fork rests beside a perfectly sliced piece of chocolate cake. Is on top of mine. Is it still your favorite? Talia's voice pitches up with excitement. I know your birthday isn't until the end of the month, but you're here now. Xaden stares at the cake like Halden stared at Anna's head. And she's been hoarding it for weeks. My mind begins to race.
She knew.
She knew.
She knew they were going.
We're coming. I prefer a Deverelli approach to an alliance. That's what Queen Marlise said. Cortland must have informed the other Isles. Talia knew Xaden was coming. Blade. Talia knew Xaden was coming, which means Ferris knew. And he's more shrewd in his approach to testing us. The four of them conveniently.
That's why they were nice. That's why they were nice to them at the beginning. I was over here thinking, oh, the first people in the Isles that treat them like decent people.
They don't have forks.
They played me too.
Xaden. Onyx gaze swings wildly towards Xaden. He isn't breathing.
There's no way they killed him though, right? It's like a little poison, but Garrett's not dead. He wouldn't be. Right, Rebecca? You wouldn't kill Garrick, right?
Enraged, but not suffering the loss of his rider, from what I can tell. He just set part of the forest up.
The loss of his rider? What? There's no way. What? Garrett cannot be dead. Are you? Oh my god, I have a tear. This has to be a joke.
Garrick's nose shut and seals his mouth over Garrick's and exhales. Garrick's chest rises. I rock back on my heels and stand finding Talia staring at Garrick. I tested them as you asked, he tells her with a loving smile. Here, in the privacy of our home, where they'd be comfortable. Nairi, don't worry, it only lasts about an hour. Kind of a miserable way to go, but I worked with what I had. Nairi empties the contents of her stomach. You drink and...
That's my girl! Poison! Poison! And she's been at it since her first year. Are you kidding me? Redux too? What the fuck? What?
No squall in January as I stumble forward. No, no, no. The words form a chant of pure denial in my head. That's unfortunate. Riddick says quietly, staring down at the knife that protrudes from his side. Not Riddick. Not anyone, but especially not Riddick. This isn't happening. Not again. Not when we're thousands of miles from home and he hasn't graduated or fallen in love or gotten to live. You're all right, I whisper. Just keep it there and I'll get Traeger. Riddick reaches for the knife's hilt. No! I lunge across him to grab his hand, but he's already yanked the blade free. I slam my palms over his side to staunch the flow of blood. But there isn't any. No hole in his shirt either, just two slices through his flight.
This is why you always trouble with Brennan. Also, can Riddick not control like the blood not coming out with his eye stuff? Can he not freeze it? He should freeze it.
Flight jacket and a cut in the counter. The blade caught the edge of his flight jacket. Not him.
Oh.
Flies at the cook and slip off his stomach. Asshole.
This is why you don't get ahead of yourselves.
Riddick shouts, and I pivot to Cook's hand, and the man slides down the doorframe, his eyes fluttering shut. For fuck's sake, you're supposed to be the civilized aisle. He wipes my blade on the cook's tunic, then turns and walks back toward me. What is the wisdom in a kitchen cook attacking two trained killers? His face falls. Hi, you alright? I gulp for air and nod. Yeah.
It's so Riddick that he had me crying, and now he has me laughing. Oh, mi amor. He lives. The man lives! Thank you for not pulling a Liam, Rebecca. Thank you. Also, I'm expecting Liam to come back. I'm expecting that since we know his two signets and the rune that his mom gave him protected him, and Dee may be dead, but Liam is alive. That stone rune saved him from that time. I know. And he better not be Venom, Rebecca. He better not be Venom. It would be nice, though, if somehow he was able to cure Dee. Because the way that you killed him off, tragic and gruesome. Dee did not deserve that. Okay, let's get back to it. There it goes again! Fucking eyes! Is this a signet? Zayden turns a glare on Riddick that freezes the blood in my veins. Icy, frozen. Everything else. It's always ice related. Talking about Zayden, by the way, if I didn't say that. Literally, a paragraph later. Get off the ice. Violet and Mira, my girls. You guys did an exceptional job. Planned out, carried through to perfection. I'm so proud of both of you. I'm so proud. What's happening? They've left that aisle and they're flying and there's people like, ah, looking at them from the sky, from the ground to the sky like, oh my gosh. Do they know that Andarna's coming? It feels like they've been waiting for her to come home. And they're celebrating. But I could be completely wrong. Maybe it has nothing to do with Andarna. We'll see.
Buzz from the crowd rose to a fever pitch, and a wave of energy rushes up my body, crinkling the back of my neck in a feeling that reminds me of...
Magic! What if they're there? What if the Iris are there?
Zelna.
That sounds like a place that Riddick would like to live. To live amongst the Ziluni. You must prepare to accept luck as your guide and chaos as your standard. Yeah, maybe not, but I think so. By the way, it's pronounced Zelna. You want to listen to it?
Welcome to Zelna, the woman says in the common language.
I can't. I love her. He's so funny. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love. May all gods protect you, my beautiful, beautiful man. I thought this was a really good quote. So they're at this new place and they're like, oh, it can't be this easy. Why are they so welcoming and this and that? There's no fucking way it's that easy. Violet says, may we speak to your queen? We brought a prince of Navarre to speak on our kingdom's behalf. And the lady says, of course, but first. And then Riddick's like, here we go. So the lady from the aisle says, we must see what gifts Zenal has chosen for you. If you are willing to play and accept whatever gift the God of Luck presents you with, without complaint, then you will be granted entrance to our city, where our queen awaits. Yeah, so they're like, what if we don't accept the gift or the game or whatever? And then the lady says, we do not accept those who do not adjust their sails in a storm. I love that. Look, so far, from all of the other ones, if they were going to have some allies, these are probably the best ones. I think. I hope I'm not speaking too early. Let's proceed. What was that? I was having so much fun with this chapter. I was laughing. There's a kitten. They slapped Dane. They did this. They did that. And all of a sudden, one of them is dead. Trigger's dead. Rebecca, what the heck? Cat is gonna be... What are you gonna give us of Cat over here? We have like 200 pages. I'm sure she's gonna have some little revenge. Let's proceed. Fuck.
Down Kira's side before her head slams into the ground. My eyes sting and my fingernails bite into my clammy palms as the griffins slowly turn to face the crowd, their eyes all narrowing in time with our dragons. And Darna roars down the bond in a tidal wave of grief and rage that rattles my soul. She is gone, Taryn says, and Kira extends a wing over Seela's body. Something wet tracks down the left side of my face. Violet, Zane shouts, and his voice cuts through the haze.
You
I can't do this for you. I wish I could, but they know you're in command. In command? I've never hated those words.
Bro. I didn't even know Trigger that much. But to also see how the griffins die with their flyers. Dude, I'm crying and I didn't even know the guy. But imagine you can't react to this shit because then it's against the... He would have died in vain as... Ay, hijo mío, this is tough. I was having fun. I was laughing with Riddick. And all of a sudden, Trigger's dead. I'm in chapter 40. And I feel like this is the most we've seen of Riddick and Artem. They're so funny. I want to hear their inner monologue. What are they competing on? He's getting me back because I won the last round. Like, what are they keeping tabs on? I want to know.
Heat, gust.
There it goes again. More hums. Hums, hummingbirds. What the heck is this?
Like talons are...
What if they're camouflage? What if they are there, but they don't know because they can camouflage since they're like in Darna?
We didn't find the Irids.
They found us.
We did it.
Ah! They can talk to others instead of just their riders? What? Hello, human. Ooh la la!
Universal dragon trick.
Oh my god. From the little bit that they've talked, it's giving Andarna's personality. Maybe it's an Irid thing.
Are humans so rare in Avar that you must share? The female on the left snaps.
They're talking about tails. They're like, what happened to your tail? Because Andarna has a scorpion tail, but they are all feather tails. And then she's saying, I chose my tail. I chose my tail as is my rite upon transition from juvenile to adolescent. Oh, in my head, I was thinking that it was because of the tests that they were doing on feather tails or the research that Asher was doing, but maybe it has nothing to do with it. I can't. I love this storytelling, like sitting down, Riddick and Violet, like signing whatever they're saying. They're so funny. Damn, this bird apologizes. Maybe we should have held out. As he's playing games and tallying who wins what with Artem. Boy, come on. Anyway, this page is funny. This is cute. This is cute. That's so creative.
And shut.
I love this. I love that the Irids are super protective and super caring of each other. Like, how can you put a juvenile dragon in such danger and go through such extremities? It's cute because we see so much of that dragons can do this and that, and Taryn and Sigil always present being a dragon like super powerful and vicious, and you can't tell us what to do and this and that. But this other side, and I think that's in general with the dragons of that part of the continent. But these other dragons, they're very much the opposite, it looks like. I love seeing this. This is nice. They left her there on purpose. They left Andarta there on fucking purpose. Are you kidding me? And you blame Violet? I'm sorry. These dragons try to seem all high and mighty. Oh, we were made for peace. We were made for that. You left her there.
But instead, you have shown us the opposite. I wrap my arms around my waist. Official
What's going on? I was not expecting this. This is the kind of stuff I wanted to see in the book. Finally. It took some time. It took 300 pages to get here. But now it's interesting. We're getting there. Now we're getting there. These dragons are too smart for me. Because what do you mean I was over here upset? Like, how are you gonna let them die and this and that? Like, how are people gonna become pure and good? And so Andarna says, like, do you want people to die? And the male dragon says, perhaps they should. Perhaps the corrupted ones should devour the land in its entirety. Only when they're faced with starvation will they confront the evil they've become. Either they'll die off and the land will regenerate, or they'll confront the abominations they've become and change. That's so true! I just found another good quote. You preach peace while only having known its privilege. What's up, Chewy? ¿Qué pasa, bebé? ¿Qué pasa, mi amor? Dang. Chapter 43. Riddick is clocking Violet. Papacito, I am so proud of you. Yes, this is what we needed. And this is also what she needed. I'm here for it. I am no expert in fantasy, romantasy stuff. I am not. But I feel like so much of this could be taken out and it would have been fine. There's things that I'm like, is this really that important for us to read? Who's the snitch? Is it Xaden? That's too obvious. Is there somebody else that's snitching out? That's saying when the shipments of the daggers with the poison to kill the wyvern and the venom. I mean the venom. Who's opening up their mouth? They can fly with the clouds. And if I'm not mistaken, the other silvered venom sage thing is also a lightning wielder or something like that. Oh, man. This is why do you put so much information in a book? Then we start forgetting the details. But I think that other sage is part of the first 3 siblings. And maybe that's how they can go through clouds. And maybe that's also why they say to Violet, like, you have so much power and you don't even know what to do with it, girl. Okay, I think. I was right. There's a new shadow wielder. Are you kidding me? The world knows they need balance. No! Random thought. You know how there's another shadow wielder? What if Eric is going to be a lightning wielder? Because his signet hasn't appeared. It's taken some time. What do we think? Probably not. It would be too obvious. But maybe yes. So Xaden came back. And they're very spicy. But the way, first of all, they keep on saying like icy, cold, chill stuff. And second, he's making me nervous because of things that he's saying. Like, I feel like he's going to take her power. Because she says, you want me full power. I'm not taking chance. Oh. You want me full power, like, prepared to kill you in case it's needed? Oh. Never mind. Okay, wait, there's more. Never mind, nothing bad happened. I just needed something to happen, but no, it was fine. Are we about to find out Violet's other signet? Being able to get into people's dreams?
To trip into someone else's dream? There is, if you're a dream walker.
Ah!
Thoughtfully, and my heart pounds as I guess what he's about to say. It must be your second signet. Bonded to Andarna gives you. It would make sense. Her kind are peaceful, and the ability itself would be passive. Even a gift in a culture like that.
Oh my god, I gotta flip the page! I gotta flip the page! I would have never fucking guessed. And if I go back and read Iron Flame and it's this obvious, I'm gonna be mad.
He ends on
They're both intensics!
That can't be right. Into my face. You didn't know. Didn't do it on purpose. Of course not. I would never purposely violate his privacy that way, or Marin's. Which is what makes you exceptionally dangerous. His jaw flexes twice. I can only read someone while they're awake, and I'm limited by their ability to shield. No one can shield while they're sleeping. You could potentially walk straight into Melgren's own dreams, and he couldn't stop you. Probably wouldn't even know. His face twists for a heartbeat before he quickly masks it.
That's badass!
Violet.
We're under attack. Ah! What a way to end that chapter.
Violet, not Ice. Zayden. I'm fine. Stay
Again! Fucking Ice and Zayden! I'm telling you, bro! I'm telling you! Liam had eyes. Maybe this is all of the rebellion, the marked ones extra signet. Maybe it's ice wielding. I could be wrong, but holy smokes. So Andarna's probably gonna leave, but Violet's second signet just manifested. What's gonna happen there? And also, I feel like she should go. She should learn everything, because at the end, obviously that's gonna come around and be one of the reasons why they end up winning or figuring things out. But what's gonna happen? Oh, we about to see all of this stuff with the dedication and Lilith and the grandma. Because Brennan and Nira are fighting. I said absolutely nothing yet. It's because I don't understand it quite well. Let's keep reading.
Then they went to Coromil to do it. Mira shouts. You will believe me, Brennan, because it happened. It's why she refused to speak to...
So, Violet is dedicated not in Arisha, but... Or Terrandor. I forget where they are. Not in Arisha, but in that little place that they went to. This one doesn't have the map with all of the stuff, okay? I'm not keeping up that well. Where they had all of this white, silvered hair people. Is that what's happening?
She flinches. Violet, she whispers, shaking her head. I didn't mean for you to... I'm sorry. Turn what? I demand. There's only one turn that comes to mind. She looks at Zayden. Do you want to give us a second? Stay. I lean into him as my thoughts spin. No, he answers Mira. Turn Venin? I guess. Mira presses her lips into a tight line. You wouldn't find any records at our temples, I say slowly, heaviness settling in my chest. Because they never tried to dedicate you, Brennan assures me, glaring at her sister. They did, I nod sluggishly. It just wasn't here. They must have taken me to Umbriel. It explains why you think my hair grew in like this, and the wild things that priestess said to me before she sliced my arm open. No, Brennan puts his hands on his hips. Dad thought you were perfect, and he said that parents used to dedicate their infants to a particular deity's service when they thought the touch of a god would help that child. He quickly shuts his mouth. My stomach hollows. They tried to fix me by giving me to Dune? No chance. Mom was never temple-minded, Brennan argues. And you've never needed fixing. I'm not sure I'll ever forgive him for what he's done to her. Oh, gods. They'd never seen dragons until our squad arrived. Mom didn't take me. My eyes sting at the unexpected betrayal.
Dad did.
A horrified... Yes, maybe. I don't know. She moves toward me, but Brennan blocks her path.
What does that mean? What does it mean to get dedicated to Dune? Do you actually turn Venin? What is happening? What? I'm so confused.
Stop treating her like she's a liability. I'm already the problem. Oh, fuck. Mira's eyes sharpen on him, then me. He's not serious. He is. I confess, my voice barely a whisper. He's the reason we survived, best guy.
What's up with the two sages, like the sage and then the tea lady being like against each other? Like, I'll be the better teacher. No, I'll be the better teacher. I have everything you want. Like, I can offer you knowledge and blah, blah, blah. And I can offer you this. Why are they fighting for her? Why is it two? I thought, like, Venin were Venin. But it seems like I assumed that they were on the same team. But I guess not? What? Hold on. Reverse. I got a lash lift. They can't get water. Fuck. Hold on. What the fuck?
Learn about us is that we're careful with our words. And second, we also lie. She draws the blade across Mira's neck and slits her throat. Except from this.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. False alarm, she's alive. Fucking Brendan, bro, and Salone and Dane. Also, like, Salone and Dane? I mean, there's obviously nothing there, but there could be something. What the hell? Why can't Bodhi counter her? What do you mean?
Not even the strongest wind wielder could diminish Mom's storms. She was the answer to me. The offering hisses, and the clouds start to swirl. The tornado.
The mom? I mean, we kind of thought that she was Venom and that Asher was trying to change her. Is that right? Okay, I'm gonna slow it down because I'm gonna point 2 times the speed. Because I hadn't connected that the mom was like a weather chick as well. It's, how am I barely connecting those two? That Violet, Lightning, Lilith, weather. Something that I've been confused this entire book is how they're killing Wyvern left and right. The dragons are. Because last time I remember, I'm already like, I have this left. And I'm like, I thought you could only kill the Wyvern by killing the rider with a poison dagger. So how are the dragons just and killing them? Are they taking something? Did they put their claws and their teeth on something that's poison? Like, it had to kill the rider. I'm so confused. Or they explained it and I just missed it. Which honestly, yeah. Wait, you can't leave him, which is why I'm leaving you. She swings her foreleg forward, then releases her grip. She's all yours. Sigil fed her? Sigil gave Violet away? Oh, no. No. I'm praying that I'm reading this wrong.
Tam swings me up toward his center and tosses me onto his back.
Okay, Sigil did through the T. I have to stop listening to this too fast. I can't keep up. Where the fuck is Korra in all of this? Why isn't he there? He should be protecting Dragonkind too. What the fuck is a precog? Eric! Wait, who turned? Who's Berwin? What did I miss? Is Berwin Panchek? Don't do it! No! No! I'm telling you, ice! Don't do it! Sigil can die. I'm kidding. No. I would have done the same thing, I think.
Article 5, Section 7, the Dragon Rider's Codex. Satan, the Wall of Shadows. My heart sinks. What the fuck is happening? How did I get here? Why is my head so hazy? Am I concussed? Arm is splinted, and a beautiful gold ring with an emerald the size of my thumbnail sits on my hand. Oh gods, I know that stone. It's an official blessing of your legal, binding marriage. Brennan whispers, stunned, then quickly rolls the parchment. By the head priestess of Dune's temple. To Satan? Gravity bends, warping everything I thought I knew into whatever this reality is. Brennan nods. My eyes flare. We're married. 1,000 emotions try to force their way through my jumbled thoughts. Like an immediate rush of awe trips right over the logic of how. There's a fucking way I forget something like that. Why is he here? Where did he go? And why? I think the note on the outside is meant for you. Brennan hands back the parchment. I flip the missive over to see 2 sentences written in Satan's handwriting. Don't look for me. It's yours now. How long have I been missing? 12 hours. Brennan answers. What did you do? My head snaps toward Imogen, and a deep sense of foreboding takes root in my chest. She slowly lifts her gaze to mine. What you asked me to.
No!
The end.
Imogen! I heard theories, but I didn't believe them. Imogen! Oh my god! the last sentence? Literally, the last fucking sentence. Look, you were, but you were, and now we have to wait like what, 2 more years? It could have been this small though. A lot of could have been left out. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. This did not leave me the book hangover that Fourth Wing and Iron Flame did. What the hell, Imogen? What the hell? I cannot wait. I mean, I can wait, but the thing... Fuck.